Tucked into the canyon, hiding in the crevices, jump jet units crossing the top, Peregrines in support, getting ready to launch the epic comeback strike versus the Federated Suns Mercenaries, Armageddon Starblaze. This battle's been a long time coming in the Canyon of Tears. With 8 SRM carriers and enough firepower to level several continents, they have begun their push across the embankment. The Mercenaries have secured a landing zone, offloaded their tanks, helicopters on approach while across the map. Dracone's Combine has jumped up to recon Mechs, looking out through the canyon for early warning and cannot target the fast-moving helicopters. We will continue to monitor. Getting some interference. Something's jamming our C3 network. So we know that the enemy at least has a C3 connection coming into the battle. This will make some of our shots more difficult. Alright, the DCMS forces are going to launch ahead strong and hard. Most of our mechs will sprint, spiders will jump forward, peregrines will roll out to the flank. Mercenaries have also stormed out of the gates. Helicopters are coming in. They've laid out some shots towards us. Blue's DCMS, yellow is the Fed Suns, and it's looking really rough. I don't know how this is going to work out. Look at the enemy commander going over the forces and plotting his next move. Turn 2, because we skipped the turn 1 shooting, was very chaotic. We managed to mobilize or stun one of the SRM tank crews, blow it up, and now we're trying to crack the eggshell, so to speak. We're going to slowly grind out through the defending forces and make our way around the cavern. Again, blue crosshairs are DCMS, yellow are FedCom. Turn 3. We sprinted and doubled back. We sacrificed the Grand Dragon in the shooting phase to keep the enemy at bay on the right flank. Peregrine is keeping eyes on the enemy, keeping them honest. We no longer have direct control of the firefight, but turn 3 shooting will be decisive. Hitman went down, beat up on a Black Knight. Peregrine beat up on a Flashman. We took out 3 to 4 of the SRM carriers. Flashman tried to flank Hetzer ducked away from the firing line. Then it got messy. Very, very messy. The Grand Dragon went down in the top right corner with the 2 behind it. But what a war. As the bodies began to fall and the mech started to explode with tanks and firefights galore, we noticed that the enemy has picked one corridor of combat that they wanted to fight through, so we were running headlong to meet them. Tokugawa's flanked just in case someone tried to get sneaky come around back, but the remaining majority of the mercenaries have started pushing down the main thoroughfare. Hitman was gunned down, and there's a couple more other bodies that are off camera. But you will soon see the power of the dark side. The aftermath, the guillotine jumped up, and we just started to lose more and more people. And this is where tragedy turns. We've broken the back of the majority of the SRM corps, forced the enemy to rethink their strategy. Alright, in the caverns, in the doldrums, it has been decided that the final push will come during turn 5 and turn 6, preparing the onslaught and coming down the caverns. Let's go. Dragons are going to move out, Archer's going to move out. C3 Command Lance is running. Once the sheets have moved out of the way, of course. Mauler is holding its own, being indirect fire support that no one's paid attention to most of the match, as we've been so far distant. Tokugawas and the command lines have met in the middle of the map and are getting ready to turn the corner. Mercenaries have gone back around the corner so they come straight down the line. And the aftermath. Tokugawa's got lit up. All the Sunders are hurt. Yakuma got scratched. Raptor and the Panther were ignored. One Nexus got it in the chest. Both Tokugawas are basically driving very slow. And Tokugawa's left is charged forward to meet the Mercenaries. This was a gruesome firefight. And as you're looking at the final battle, everyone has exchanged fire. The Hetzers exploded. The Owens and the Peregrine popped the Marauder in the back. And there's no one left to challenge us. With the final push where it's at, the Davian mercenary commander decided to surrender to DCMS forces with Hegida and evacuate the planet. The Armageddon Star Blades will be back again, but the Battle of Misery belongs to Jacona's Combine.